Suddenly the content creation has become extremely simple and extremely easy. And I see a lot of people cropping up and speaking about AI. Are you witnessing the same? Give me a quick yes on chat box. So my idea behind today's session is to actually simplify AI for you and actually help you understand and demystify this journey of what AI is all about. How can you basically make a mark in this industry? And most importantly, what can you do to upskill yourself and actually be in this AI world? But I would want all of you to be super duper participative, because the more you participate with me, the more questions you ask from me, the better actually it'll be. And the more use case I can actually show you in today's session, right? So in case you're super excited, give me a quick excited on the chat box. And that can really help me to give you more and more, and actually help you to demystify this AI space a little bit more. So some ground rules of our workshops, okay, is that first things first, I would want all of you that this is going to be a hands-on live session. So I would encourage all of you to participate. The more you guys participate, the more you guys, participate and do it live, the better actually it will be. Number two, take notes. The more notes you take, the more things that you write down, the more you will remember. Because usually after the workshop, people get super excited, but then after 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you'll forget whatever I shared with you. So it's better that you take notes and you keep practicing. And number three, in every regular interval, I'll probably open up and probably I'll ask you to ask me questions, because the more questions you ask me, the better it will be, and the more I can deliver to you, and the more I can actually give you back, right? So that exactly is, the idea. So let me first of all begin by saying thank you to all of you, because it's really amazing that all of you are spending this Thursday evening time with me over here, taking out 2 hours from a busy schedule and being over here. So really, thanks a lot for giving me your time, because today time is the most important commodity that we all have right now. And it's really a pleasure to, have all of you. And also thanks to the entire EdForce team to organize an Ed Talk and get all of you lovely people out here. So let me start by telling you that what is happening in this space. Interestingly, we are the only generation at this point in time who have seen life before the internet and after the internet. You see, today's time, it's become so simple. I mean, imagine that, our sons and daughters or the next generation right now will not be able to see that how people write stuff, on a notepad. Okay. How people basically used to ideate by drawing things, maybe, on a piece of paper. Because our generation, the generation going forward, will have everything to be extremely easy. People today are making videos, they're making voiceovers, they're making texts without having to have any creative thinking process at the end of the day. So in today's time, you see babies are born with internet, number one. Number two, today machines are learning and human beings are hooked on their cell phones. Now, what do I mean by this? What do I mean by when I say machines are learning? Let me help you understand this, with a very interesting live demo at this point in time. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just head over to my chat GPT. All right. And let me probably ask it to give me a small note on future of AI. Okay. I'm just going to give a very simple prompt. And it's going to basically give me, some like very interesting article right now. Now, while we all know that AI can write stuff, and I'm going to talk more about Chat GPT, that how it can make your writing better, interesting, etc., etc., etc. But today, AI can also generate extremely interesting human-like voiceovers. It can speak, and AI can not only speak, AI can also speak in multiple languages. Okay, let me show you something very interesting. So I'm going to head over to one of these tools called Clipchamp. It's a very interesting tool. Once I come to Clipchamp, I'm going to ask it to create me a new video. Okay, and I'm going to use a feature called text to speech. Now let me show you something. Like, you must have heard a lot of AI speaking, but actually, AI today can speak almost like a human being. Okay, let me show you how. So today AI is capable of speaking in multiple languages. Let me for now choose English UK. I can choose whether I want a male voiceover or a female voiceover. What do I actually need from it, right? I can also choose what's going to be a voice style. I want it general, I want it cheerful, I want it sad, and also what's my speed and what's my pitch. Now, I want to listen to this very, very carefully. Once you listen to this, if you found this to be wow, give me a quick wow on chat box. Okay? Are you guys ready? Mishra's one to you.
The future of AI is brimming with promise and transformative potential. As technology continues to advance, here are some key trends and considerations that shape the future of AI. AI will become increasingly integrated into everyday life. From autonomous vehicles to smart homes and virtual personal assistants, AI-driven technologies will enhance convenience and efficiency. AI will revolutionize healthcare, aiding in diagnosis, drug discovery, and personalized treatment plans. It will also enable remote monitoring and telemedicine, improving healthcare.
How many guys are like, wow, like this is actually like a human voiceover? It doesn't even look like AI speaking in it. Now, AI can actually speak like, yes, obviously humans identify. It's still evolving, but this all happened the last 6 months, mind you. Now, while AI can speak in English, US language, can I ask AI to start speaking the Indian accent? Now, you see many AI tools, they speak in a lot of English accent. But now AI can also speak in the Indian accent. Let me show you how AI can speak in the Indian accent right now.
The future of AI is brimming with promise and transformative potential. As technology continues to advance, here are some key trends and considerations that shape the future of AI. AI will become increasingly integrated into everyday life. From autonomous vehicles to smart homes and virtual personal assistants, AI-driven technologies will enhance convenience and efficiency. AI will revolutionize healthcare, aiding in diagnosis, drug discovery, and personalized treatment plans. It will also enable remote monitoring and telemedicine, improving healthcare.
Now, this is just I'm not even started yet. Okay, so this can those can be English Hindi accent. I mean English Indian accent. What if I tell you that AI can also speak basically, in what we call is, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, whatever language you want. Okay, so tell me one regional language you want AI to speak. Any regional language of your choice. Okay, I don't understand anything apart from Hindi though. All right, but then whichever I get maximum, I'm gonna pick up that language right now. Okay, so let's see. I'm getting a lot of requests on Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada. Okay, so let's just probably pick up. You know, let me just probably pick up Telugu. Okay, because there's a lot of Telugu people out here. Okay, maybe first Telugu is available or not. Okay. Um, yeah, so there's Telugu. Okay. Now I'm going to simply go to Google Translate. Okay. I'm going to simply make it now into Telugu. Now the dialogues will be a concern, but then that can be fixed by looking at translator, obviously. Let's see if you can really speak good Telugu or not. And for Telugu guys over here, tell me if you guys can listen to it, understand it properly or not, okay? Because I can't judge Telugu very well. I'm not a Telugu guy, but maybe you guys are. You guys can do that. Let's look at this one.
AI యొక్క భవిష్యత్తు వాగ్దానం మరియు పరివర్తన సంభావ్యతతో నిండి ఉంది. సాంకేతికత పురోగమిస్తున్నందున AI యొక్క భవిష్యత్తును రూపొందించే కొన్ని కీలక పోకడలు మరియు పరిగణనలు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి. AI రోజువారీ జీవితంలో ఎక్కువగా కలిసిపోతుంది. స్వయంప్రతిపత్త వాహనాల నుండి స్మార్ట్ హోమ్లు మరియు వర్చువల్ పర్సనల్ అసిస్టెంట్ల వరకు ఆధారిత సాంకేతికతలు సౌలభ్యం మరియు సామర్థ్యాన్ని మెరుగుపరుస్తాయి. AI ఆరోగ్య సంరక్షణ, రోగ నిర్ధారణ, ఔషధ ఆవిష్కరణ మరియు వ్యక్తిగతీకరించిన చికిత్స ప్రణాళికలలో సహాయం చేస్తుంది. ఇది రిమోట్ మానిటరింగ్ మరియు టెలిమెడిసిన్, ఆరోగ్య సంరక్షణను మెరుగుపరుస్తుంది.
How many guys over here actually like found this to be amazing? Just give me amazing on chat box, right? I mean, totally mind blown for this, right? So today, if you see, AI is really going leaps and bounds, and it's all happening. And see, now I'm saying it's still work in progress. I'm not saying it's perfect yet, but this is what AI can actually do. AI can simply. I mean, if in the last 6 months this happened, imagine next 1 year what's going to happen, right? Now let me just do Kannada because I think a lot of people sing Kannada also. Okay, I'm just last language Kannada, and then we'll basically move forward with our presentation. Let me just show you Kannada over here, and let's see what happens in the Kannada language. Okay, I'm just gonna come back on top, put Kannada.
ಎಐನ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವು ಭರವಸೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪರಿವರ್ತಕ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯದಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿದೆ. ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನವು ಮುಂದುವರೆದಂತೆ ಎಐಯ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸುವ ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಪರಿಗಣನೆಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿವೆ. ಎಐ ದೈನಂದಿನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸಂಯೋಜನೆಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ. ಸ್ವಾಯತ್ತ ವಾಹನಗಳಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಮನೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಗಳವರೆಗೆ ಎಐ ಚಾಲಿತ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನಗಳು ಅನುಕೂಲತೆ ಮತ್ತು ದಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುತ್ತವೆ. ಎಐ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ, ರೋಗನಿರ್ಣಯ, ಔಷಧ ಅನ್ವೇಷಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕಗೊಳಿಸಿದ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸಾ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟೆಲಿಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಕ್ರಿಯಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತದೆ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸುಧಾರಿಸುತ್ತದೆ.
Okay, I don't understand a word what she said. Okay, but I think she did just fine. Okay, one last, because she's amazing Hindi Divas. Okay, because I can understand Hindi very well. I'll just show you one last and then we'll move forward. Then you can actually try it out at your end. You guys can try Punjabi and all that stuff. It has all languages. It's got Nepali also apparently, right? So you can just simply try it out. Okay, I'm just going to last and then we'll move forward because you have a lot to cover. We've only got 2 hours so far. Let me show you now Hindi.
एआई का भविष्य संभावनाओं और परिवर्तनकारी संभावनाओं से भरपूर है। जैसे जैसे प्रौद्योगिकी आगे बढ़ रही है, यहाँ कुछ प्रमुख रुझान और विचार दिए गए हैं जो एआई के भविष्य को आकार देते हैं। एआई तेजी से रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में एकीकृत हो जाएगा। स्वायत्त वाहनों से लेकर स्मार्ट होम और वर्चुअल पर्सनल असिस्टेंट तक एआई संचालित प्रौद्योगिकियां सुविधा और दक्षता को बढ़ाएंगी। एआई स्वास्थ्य देखभाल में क्रांतिकारी बदलाव लाएगा, निदान, दवा खोज और व्यक्तिगत उपचार योजनाओं में सहायता करेगा।
Okay, pretty cool, everybody. So this is just to show you exactly, how AI is changing the industry right now and what's happening. So today, if you see, there are multiple AI tools. In fact, to speak of it, there are thousands of them. Okay, and like it's growing every single day. In fact, it's such a stage, that we basically are, living in a stage which is going to be difficult to catch up with these AI tools as well. But I keep on exploring these tools every now and then. And actually, it really amazes me in what basically AI can do at this point in time. Okay, and what is actually happening as of now. You see, what has changed today? People in 2000, when they used to go to a place, they should just see something. But in 2023, we're creating a lot of data. A lot of data is created. We're clicking pictures, writing posts, writing content, and all these data together has been put into the AI models, and they've been learning from us. They've been training from us, and now they reach a stage of maturity where they can actually do most of our tasks. They can write, they can speak, create videos, create images, okay? And it can really do a lot of things. By the way, whatever websites I'm showing you in today's session are absolutely free. I'm only showing you free websites. If I'm going to show you paid tools, I'm going to show it's a paid tool. So yes, so there are many tools like this, Prakash, which actually replicate your voice. There's a tool called 11 Labs which can do that. There's a tool called RVC which can do that. Okay, but they all have freemium, but they're half free, half paid, which means for free versions, you can actually try them for some time, but then you can actually upload your own recordings and you can start replicating your own voice as well. Right. But if you see, this entire thing, the world is changing. The world is changing the way we are doing marketing, the way we are branding ourselves, the way we are doing our work. But the question is that are we changing with the world? So if you have to divide the world into two parts, it's no longer about AD or BC anymore. It's about life before AI and life after AI. So just to give you a perspective, if you relate to all of these things, give me a quick I do on the chat box. For example, earlier, we used to watch TV as one big family. But today, we all are doing personalized viewing. We are viewing content in our own will. We are mostly today consuming content on YouTube and Netflix. right? You see, earlier we used to wait for 1 week for the episodes to come. Our attention span was very, very good. But today, if you see, we want to binge watch an entire season in one single night. We become more inquisitive. We want to complete everything in one single night. Earlier, we used to remember people's phone number. Today, we don't even remember our own phone numbers. The way we speak have changed. The way we read books have changed. The way we listen to songs have changed. Our travel, our banking, education, and even the way we are doing work today is changing drastically. Do you agree with me? Give me a quick I do on the chat box in case you agree with me so far, right? Three things are changing drastically as we speak right now. Now, I keep on getting this question a lot when I do these workshops. In the last 6 months, I must have done at least 70 plus corporate trainings. When I'm empowering companies, I'm empowering corporates, helping them to understand how AI is really working for them, right? So the question to ask is AI here us to revolutionize or to disrupt us? That's the real question you should ask yourself. Now, a lot of people fear AI. A lot of people are fearing their jobs. There are going to be a lot of job cuts also happening. But if you really ask me, your job will be not it will not be taken by AI. Your job will actually be taken, you know, by people who actually know AI better than you. So you'll not be replaced by AI. You'll be replaced by people who actually, know AI better than you. Which is why there's a need to upskill. There's a need to actually, be there and upskill yourself and be upgrade with technology. So you can save number of hours. You can actually save time and you can do your work with a better efficiency, okay, as compared to before. So in today's workshop, I'm going to touch upon and I'm going to basically tell you exactly that if you have to use AI, what is the right way of using AI? How do you use it for yourself? How do you increase productivity with me? Right? That's my aim. And that's what is going to be the agenda for this session today. Right? Pretty cool, everybody. So far, so good. Give me a quick cool on chat box in case you're with me so far. Okay. Okay. So first, let's understand a little bit of basics about AI, like how AI is, what AI does. So basically, there are three branches, in the entire industry today. One is called AI, which is artificial intelligence. Second is called NLP, which is called natural language processing. And third is called LLMs. They're also known as large language models. Now, just to give you an example, what is AI? AI is a mother, you know. So all your robotics, automation, computer vision. For example, your mobile phone is the biggest AI weapon today, right? For instance, when you get an email, that email, if it's spam, goes to spam automatically. If it's relevant, goes to your inbox automatically. So Google's, AI is reading emails for you and figuring out whether this is useful, not useful for you, right? Today there are robotic surgeries, laser surgeries, even airlines. When you fly a plane, the plane has an autopilot mode. That's an AI, right? It's understanding calculations, and ultimately plane is flying on its own, right? Then one more branch of AI is called NLP, which is called natural language processing. What is it? So you all your Google series of the world, Google Translate you use right now, all your chatbots of the world, which actually are reading content and they're able to convert content. They're able to either translate in some other language, they're able to write something around it, okay, they're able to speak something around it. What we just saw text to speech is NLP, natural language processing, wherein they are understanding the language that we speak and then replicate the same language like us. And the third one is what we call as LLMs, which are known as large language models. Can someone tell me what does a LLM do actually and how LLM really works? Anybody in the chat box can probably tell me how does LLM work? So as the name suggests, what is large language model? Imagine this, like suppose how a human brain is. When we have to learn something, what do? We keep on reading something. We keep on seeing YouTube videos. We actually keep on somebody tells us, somebody teaches us something. And we assemble that knowledge. Our brain assembles that entire knowledge. And then we try to replicate it. We try to write it better than that. We apply our mind to it. We actually try to learn that particular art. Like, when you're learning a new language, right? You are reading about it. Sometimes your brain is consciously, um, processing all the information out there. Correct? So just if you see how a baby's brain is, when it's a small baby, do we teach babies how to speak? Not really. They basically keep on seeing the environment, keep on listening to the environment, and basically that one day they start speaking automatically. So what LLMs do, you have to keep on feeding them data. So ChatGPT, for instance, has been trained on all Google Scholar, all the books, Wikipedia articles, and internet. It has almost scraped the entire data, okay, from the internet until the year 2021. And because it has all the data until that particular year, it's read every single book, every single thing, it's able to give you answers basis that. Right? Yeah, we also normally call this deep learning, correct? So typically, that's a LLM, that's a large language model. But there's a problem with ChatGPT. A ChatGPT cannot read the internet. It cannot answer latest questions. For example, if you ask them what happened in the last week's India-Pakistan match, it can't do that for you, unfortunately. But in this case, a Google Bard and a Bing can do that. Why? Because they can read the internet. They got access to the internet. They actually understand, how things really work. Yes, you can plug in, you can do that. Okay. Even ChatGPT 4, by the way, can't access the internet. If you use a third-party plugin outside it, they enabled it for some time, but then they disabled it after that. Okay. So that's basically your, GPT. Now, just to give you a perspective, can someone quickly tell me what is the full form of GPT? What is the full form of GPT? Okay. It's called Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Okay. That's the full form of GPT. So what is generative AI? Generative AI is something which can generate stuff. It can generate images. It can generate text. It can generate voice. It can generate codes. Right? It can simply generate a lot of stuff. Now, just to give you some more technical gyan, because a lot of people are developers out here, correct? Chat GPT, now suppose some baby makes a mistake. Let's take a baby made a mistake in pronunciation something. How do you correct a baby? How do you normally correct a baby? By telling him or her, saying that you don't pronounce cart as cart, it's cat, right? This is called reinforcement learning. So what do? You reinforce the person and tell him the correct method. So ChatGPT has a human intervention layer. There are humans who are actually reading your chats, who are understanding what you're typing. And if ChatGPT gives the wrong answer, they are correcting ChatGPT by giving them a real answer, the right answer, and they are training the model again and again. This is called reinforcement learning by human intervention. It's also called as RLHI. Okay. Then there's also one more software called Claude 2, which is a close competition to ChatGPT. It is basically only in the US right now. In India, you can use it by using a VPN. And they use something called as reinforcement learning by AI. Okay. So technically, the AI basically reads and assembles data on regular basis. And then basically AI uses on intelligence to correct itself. That's called reinforcement learning by simulated AI technology. Right. So that's how these two technologies really work. So every technology is being trained in a different way, which is why the model of response, the way they answer is also very different in different softwares. Right. So Sharad, ChatGPT doesn't support images, videos. Well, yeah, well, basically, Sharad, it depends. So ChatGPT is made by a company called OpenAI. OpenAI has two tools, DALI and ChatGPT. DALI support images, okay, and ChatGPT basically supports text. So technically, it can combine the two and can give you something. And the ChatGPT's paid version, the plugin version, can do everything. It can make images, it can make videos, it can do everything for you using a third-party tool called plugins. I'll just show that to you sometime from now on how does it really work. Okay, but this is just to give you some perspective on ChatGPT. So you see, ChatGPT was launched in December 2022. It's one of the rocket fast tools. It's fastest growing tool, and a lot of people are using it right now. Okay. Most importantly, you see, just to give you a perspective how cool this tool is, in about 2 months, it's got about 100 million users who joined this tool and are using this tool right now. It took TikTok and Instagram close to 30 months to get the same amount of users, right? So what can ChatGPT do? It can write sales script, it can build personal brand, it can build business plans, it can do any specific writing task for you. In fact, wherever writing is involved, it can probably do everything for you. Okay. And trust me when I say this, everybody thinks they can know ChatGPT, but very few people actually use ChatGPT effectively. Right. And today I'm going to show you how do we do it. But before I tell you more about it, I want to understand currently from all of you that how have you been using ChatGPT? If you can simply put in the chat box for me, that how have you been using ChatGPT? That will be great. So then I can actually accordingly, figure out things. Okay. To write blog articles, summarizing research papers, amazing. not much. Legacy code conversions, okay. Mail, resume articles, okay. To write emails, okay. Appraisals, okay. LinkedIn posts, research articles, okay. Fantastic. So all of you have been using ChatGPT, like, for quite some time and for different perspective. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So, just to give you a perspective, ChatGPT can be useful for any department. It can be for marketing, sales, HR, finance, etc., etc., etc. Okay. And, I can just tell you, just give you some little perspective. If you're in marketing department, it can be used for making ads, doing SEO research, using SEM ad copy. If you're in sales, it can actually make you emails, cold calling scripts. It can be for objection handling. If you're in HR, it can be using for recruitment, hiring, job descriptions, FAQs. In finance, you can use for Excel, macros, financial analysis of statements. If you're in operations, you can basically use it for vendor management, email communication, process guideline, SOPs. So in customer service, you can use it for making inbound outbound scripts, email responses, objection handling, complaint handling. So this is not just limited to, and all of these things will be done in free version. Okay, yeah, I'm not talking about the paid version yet. In paid version, you can do much more than that. But this is a very exhaustive list I put together that how different departments can use it and what is the use case around it. So now let me just show you practically how will we use it and what will we do. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to introduce you to a concept known as prompt engineering. Now, don't get worried about this term because this term is like very widely used. A lot of people use it abusingly, like we do prompt engineering, prompt engineering. But then what is prompt engineering, right? So prompt engineering, when you work with AI tools, treat them like a fresher employee. They just fresh out of college. They do not know what they want. They have no idea what they want to do. They're super smart, but they need your guidance. AI is nothing without your instructions. If you're in the accounting world, you must have heard about this concept called FIFO. It's called first in, first out. In the AI world, I normally talk about what we call as GIJO. I normally call this junk in, junk out. If you're gonna give it a junk response, you're gonna basically get the junk output. But if you're gonna give it a right response, you get the right output. And I'm going to teach you today that how can you use AI in a very different way, and how can you actually use it for yourself and make things better. How many guys over here like to learn that? Give me a I do on the chat box, right? How many guys want to actually do that? Correct. So that's what we're going to focus upon. But see, for any AI to work, you need to have subject matter knowledge, which means that you need to have knowledge about a topic. You need to know how to prompt it, and you need to know how to reason it. You need to know these three things. For example, if you're a developer and if you do not know how to code, and you're going to ask chat to write code for you, and if you can't analyze that code is junk for you because then you can improve that code, unfortunately, right? So you need to have the knowledge of your subject matter expertise, and nobody can take that away from you. AI cannot think for itself. A human has to think for the AI, and that is the main aim over here, right? So essentially, there are three types of prompting. Okay, there are three types of prompting, and you want to probably take notes this time. It's going to be very important for you. The first type of prompting is what we basically call is a zero shot prompting. What is zero shot prompting? Zero shot prompting basically simply means that where I simply giving instruction to Chat GPT, like what everybody does. Suppose I just say write me an effective social media post for an organic skincare company who is, you know, uh, giving organic moisturizer, right? And when you do this, the problem with this is, I mean, they write some good content actually. So this is written, get ready to glow naturally, introducing free giveaway of luxurious organic moisturizer. Say goodbye to dry and dull skin. Hello to radiant and beauty. Why choose organic moisturizer? Well, 100% natural ingredients, blah, 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 blah. It also put some emojis and all. It probably made like a proper ad copy for you. But the problem with this is, it's too generic. It doesn't have any personality, doesn't have any emotions, doesn't have anything which is great. So when you all of you use it for emails and other stuff, you get some good answers. But problem is they are too generic in nature. Do you agree with me? Give me a quick agree on chat box, right? So people who are absolutely new over here, you can use ChatGPT by going to chat.openai.com, make a login ID password, and just give instructions that we normally give instructions on Google, right? So you can actually do that. So now let's try to make it better. Let's try to make this even, sound better, look better, read better. Now, whenever you basically are trying to do something within ChatGPT, by the way, always suppose you want to train a model, you can use the same window, okay? Because ChatGPT's memory is limited to the same window. This is called a chat window, by the way, okay? Now, if I really want to train the model, I can basically when I use new chat, it will stop remembering what it did in the past, okay? And it'll again have a new memory. Now, just in case if you ever want to share your chat with somebody, I want to share this chat with somebody. I want to share this chat with all of you. I can simply use this share button on top, and I can simply copy this thing, and I can actually share this on chat box with all of you, right? And I can actually do that as well. We'll come to the assigning role a little later. Okay, the role part is very old. Everybody uses it right now. I'm going to show you something a little different than that. So you see, when do people love an ad copy, or when do people love a post? When there is pain point involved. You see, in newspaper, they'll not write. So plane crash happened. They'll not write as 98 people saved for plane crash. They will say 2 people died on plane crash. Why? That's a human psychology. We get attracted to negative news very, very fast. Okay. And you should blame your poems for that. All the poems, unfortunately, are negative in nature. You see, Ringa Ringa Roses all fell down. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at City fell down. London Bridge is falling down. Jack and Jill is falling down. And we have been attuned to negative from childhood, which is why we love negative stuff. You see, we get attracted to negative news very easily than positive news. Do you agree with me? Yeah, give me a agree on chat box. I see a lot of people laughing over it, but that's actually true. That's what needs to change. But we're going to use a psychological trick on ChatGPT, and now we're going to see how can you make a copy better. So now, what do we want? We actually want, pain points. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply come to my ChatGPT, and now I'm going to simply ask him, can you give me all the pain points that people face while using chemical products, skincare products. So now what I'm doing, I'm using a model called Research, Train, and Prompt Model. It's called RTP. This is my own coined term. There's no term on the internet. If you find it, you'll find it actually, right? So basically, how we normally human beings write some content. We first go and research on the internet. We read a lot of articles. Then we try to use our own brains around it, correct? So same thing that we actually do over here. So look at this, okay? You see, what is the problem with people? People actually use skin irritation, allergic reactions, dryness and tightness, excessive oil production, your skin sensitivity, photosynthesis, etc., etc., etc. Give me all the possible pain points. I'm going to say, can you give me further issues that people face, and don't repeat any pain points which are given about. So now I am going deeper, and I'm asking you to give me further pain points. So dependency on product, environmental impact, limited accessibility, ethical sourcing, fragrance sensitivity, skin barrier. So what I'm doing is I'm training my model. I'm warming up, just like how in gym when we do exercise, we first warm up our gym, correct? Same way. Now I'm going to ask him, can you give me benefits of using organic skincare products? So now it's going to basically start understanding, figuring out what are the benefits. Okay, reduce harmful chemicals, gentle on sensitive skins, environmental friendly, cruelty free, no synthetic fragrances, nourishing ingredients, balanced skincare, fewer filters, additives, transparency, customizable options, blah 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 blah. It's going to give me all the positive stuff over here. Then I'm going to say, now keeping all the knowledge in mind, can you give me a post on social media for an organic skincare product which will help me to drive engagement and get me more shares and make it relatable. Start with pain and then product as a solution. Now look at the content. The content will completely change. It'll say, feeling fed up with chemical skincare products. Are you tired of battling skin irritation, breakouts, and constant fear of applying harsh chemicals to your skin? We've been there too. But guess what? There's a natural solution to this. Introducing XYZ product, your organic skincare savior. Say goodbye to irritation, nature nourishment, ethical beauty, real results. join organic skincare revolution and let's make the world a better place. Did you find this content to be better than the previous content, everybody? Give me a quick yes on chat box. In case you find this content to be more relatable, better content, and actually much, much powerful than the previous content. It was more templatized earlier. So what I did, I trained my model. I used the research-based approach. You all can do this for anything that you want. For example, you want to write a code on Python, then tell them, can you write down all the possible most common, used Python codes? It'll try writing for you. Tell me what are the issues people are facing in Python? Write down for you. Tell me more issues people are facing in Python. Write down for you. Tell them I wanted to act like a Python, Python coder, and I'm looking at the Peter thing and write a better code for me. Can write a code which needs less tokens, less space, less programming language. It is the way you prompt it. If you're going to give junk prompts like what everybody else is doing it, you're going to get junk results. But if you're going to give it a better prompt, you start getting better results. How many guys over here found this to be gold, right? And this has actually changed the way you actually, look at Chat GPT right now. Yeah, well, all of us been, as I told you, all of us have been using Chat GPT. We all have, basically, we all have been taking things very, very well. Okay. Um, but you see, it is basically like doing that. No, I'm not using any prompt plugin over here. I'm using without any plugin. You see, I'm using a legacy version right now. Okay. All right. So technically, you see, this is basically a third-party tool, but I don't use this tool. If I use this tool, I have to enable this actually. So it's a small little software. Now, when I use this, then basically it'll have its own window for it. It'll have its own window. Now, see, it basically give me this is basically what we call as a prompting guide, and I can basically start using. I mean, it'll make the prompt for me over here. But I normally don't like to use plugins over here. Why do I don't like to use plugins? Because plugins corrupt your system. The better you train your system on legacy platforms, the better it is actually. Let me keep it things very, very original. Okay, at times. So this is a native ChatGPT free version, and I've been doing most of my tasks using ChatGPT today. Okay. In fact, this PPT, the image that you see in the PPT are also basically made on ChatGPT itself. So yeah, I mean, technically web access was on, but then you shouldn't use web access because web access is of no good. See, doesn't do a great job in web. ChatGPT does a fantastic job when it comes to, writing stuff. So if somebody's writing an email, write a presentation, write a post, write some content around it. You want to write some feature articles around it. It actually does a fantastic job over there. But it doesn't do a great job, unfortunately, when it basically comes to internet access. Okay. If you want to use internet, then don't use ChatGPT. Use Bing on that because Bing can do a better job for you. So maybe, I can give you like 3, 4 minutes. Why don't you give it a shot? Why don't you give it a try? The way I train my model, I first ask to give pain points, then further pain points, then benefits, and then ask to write content. Just try it out. I can give you 5 minutes if you want. Do you guys want to just give it a shot and tell me your experience? Tell me, maybe you can try out something that you've worked in the past on. Okay. This is my chat window for all of you. Okay. You guys can simply just go to your chat GPT right now and give it a shot. In the meanwhile, if anybody has any questions to ask me, I can basically, more than happy to help you out with it. If you have some time, please discuss some on Suno Bug. It's amazing open source from text to voice and open source. Yeah, I mean, it's great, Kingshuk, but I haven't really used Bug too much. I'm using a model called RVC. So I can probably give you some insights on that. Maybe I have to research on this option called bar because I personally haven't used that tool yet. I personally haven't used that, that option yet, to be very honest. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's kind of let's kind of go forward. Can ChatGPT create MS Office files? Well, not the free version though. Okay, but the paid version can actually do that. Okay. So, Gautam, what do we use for web researching? Good question. Let me help you understand that. Okay. How many of you guys over here usually do a lot of research? You probably do a lot of product research. Give me a quick me on chat box. You do some research on products, on stock markets, maybe your, on your this thing. So I'm going to show something very interesting right now. I can simply use a Bing chat over here. This is a Bing chat window. Okay. And when I go to Bing chat, so let's take for example that I'm a finance guy, and I basically want to do something on stock market. I want to quickly do an analysis. I want to do a quick fundamental analysis of Tata Motors stock. So I'm going to simply say, can you give me a quick table and perform key financial ratio analysis on Tata Motors stock. So this a ChatGPT can't do, but a Bing can do it very well. Bing is powered by ChatGPT 4. Okay. So what happens is it'll now read the internet. Okay, it'll see the data over there. And now it'll actually make an entire table for you. It'll actually tell you what's the price to earning ratio, price to sales ratio, price to cash flow ratio, price to book ratio, EBITDA for the company. It'll also give you the source for it as well. Okay. And then if you want, you can also ask him, can you give me a consolidated view, consolidated view on stock recommendation of Tata Motors and what broking houses are saying, what broking houses are recommending buy or sell. Okay. See, it's only an explanation to you, like, it's just high, low, industry average. It actually gave me the entire ratio. Now, imagine if I have to put this together, it's going to take me ages. Okay. But now, it's actually doing the entire stuff on its own. It doesn't require ID password though. You simply just go to bing.com, go to chat window, use it without ID password. Okay. Yes, you can have a benchmark, so basically whatever is on the internet, it can simply do that as well for you. Okay. Now look at this. Now, suppose if I ask you to give me a recommendation, basis this, okay, and tell me exactly that what the book is seeing. It will search the internet again. It'll search the internet again, figure things out, and give me something in tabular format, right? How many guys haven't used Bing in that particular way? Give me a quick, awesome in case you find this to be like super amazing. And you think, in case you think that it can really cut down your research by half the time. So now imagine if I do different websites and keep on saying buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, it's going to take me ages. But now, because I'm using ChatGPT, it's going to give me the source. It's telling me whether to buy, whether to sell, and basically like what people are saying about it right now. Right. So it's actually amazing. It's not about the AI tool as a tool. It's about how you use it. Now, same thing also use it for product research. Let's say, for example, I've got two products. Let's say I'm planning to buy a camera, right? And suppose, say, for example, if I just come over here and if I just ask them, can you compare Nikon and Canon basic camera DSLR and tell me which is the best? Okay. So now, basically, it'll actually compare to the two cameras, search on the internet, figure things out, give me a tabular comparison. And, suppose if I want to buy something, I'm not very sure about it, it's going to compare for me and give it to me, right? So people are not been using this tool in that particular way, right? Though they've been using these tools, for quite some time, but then they've not been using this tool, in the way in which I'm saying right now, right? But you can use it, use Bing for that. So Bing is not bad. Bing is great. It's just upon the way you actually use it. Pretty cool, everybody. Give me a cool on chat box. That is super cool. Okay. So you can think ChatGPT only has teaching notes, text forms, or if you want to do graphic videos, how can you use it? No, you can use graphic videos in this. For that, you have to basically use a paid version for it. I'll explain how does it really work. Varun, Srinivas Bhatt here, the data used in response is old means we can't use it for real-time analysis. Am I correct? Yes. In ChatGPT, the data is until 2021. But the data is old and new depending what you use it for. If you're going to use product research, don't use ChatGPT. It'll give you a bad response. But then Bing can give you accurate response because Bing searches the internet in real time. Okay, Mr. Srinivas, I hope that really helped you. Okay, so let me just kind of show you now. On basically how to create videos. So for you, like assume about videos. Okay. Let me show you a ChatGPT's paid version for it. Okay, not the free version though, because free version can't do this, but a paid version can actually do this. So let's do this right now. So I'm using a paid version of ChatGPT also. It's called GPT-4. Okay. Now GPT-4, you have to use something called the plugin. What is the plugin? Plugin basically is a third-party software which I can integrate with ChatGPT. So the paid tool of ChatGPT can actually also do that, for yourself. So what I can do, I can use GPT-4, come down over here, and I'm going to use a plugin by the name called Rephrase.ai. So what's a plugin? Plugin is like a web store. They've got tie up with multiple softwares, multiple images. In fact, now they also have a tie up with Canva. So just in case if you're using Canva a lot, you can actually build your creatives using Canva as well. Okay. So now let me just probably show you how can I use ChatGPT to create a video for myself. So suppose if I just go to ChatGPT, I'm going to say, can you help me create a video on, you know, on using AI to increase productivity at workplace. Okay. So now, before it creates a video, it's probably going to give you a script. Okay. And it can actually do that for you. So basically, it will give you a entire script over here. And once you basically read the script, okay, and then only it will basically make a video for you. Okay. So see, now it's going to give me a script, and let's write the entire script down for you. Okay. So now, it basically made an entire script for me over here. Correct. Now, if this video, this script is absolutely fine, I'm going to say, yes, make a video. And then it's going to use this plugin called Rephrase.ai. With this particular plugin, it will actually now create a video for me. Okay. And it will actually just simply build a video for my, for my brand. Okay. Or for my script. In fact, if I have a script, I can also give my own script to them. And based on my own script, it can also basically create, stuff for me automatically. Let's see what happens now. So now, it does that, and it's going to give me a link over here. And then when I click on the link, it's going to take couple of time. And basically, it's going to take a couple of minutes to actually, it's going to take about 5-6 minutes to create a video. But then I'll just show you one of my existing videos which I made from the same tool, so that you get a good perspective over here. Okay. So in the past, I've actually used it to create multiple videos. Okay. So see, I made a video on how Excel is more powerful, and this is using Rephrase.ai. Let me show this one to you.
Excel is a powerful spreadsheet program that can help you organize and analyze data. With Excel, you can create charts and graphs to visualize your data. Excel's formulas and functions make it easy to perform complex calculations. Excel can be used for budgeting, financial analysis, project management, and more. Excel's data analysis tools can help you make informed business decisions. Excel is widely used in the business world, so knowing how to use it can give you a competitive edge.
Do you find it super cool? Give me a quick cool on chat box. Right? So this is all made by AI. No human intervention. So this is exactly, how things are actually going ahead. Okay. So yeah, I mean, not in this tool. There are other tools in which you can actually do that. Okay. But it can actually do this pretty well. Okay. This is basically, one such thing which you actually do with AI. Now,
Excel is a
just in case you want to make a presentation right now. So basically, once this video is made, I'll show a presentation to you as well. So they basically again have one more plugin over here. So it's again I can go to new chat over here. Let me just probably use Canva. Let's see if it can make presentation using Canva. I'm going to say, build me a presentation using Canva on threats against cyber attack. So now, it's going to write a text for me. So Ruby, you can do that not in Refresh.ai tool. You can use Remote to go to your DID. And DID can do that, but not over here. Okay. So now it's going to give me templates. Okay. For the presentation. So I'm going to say, you know, let's first finish an entire template for me. This is all in the paid version, not in the free version though. Okay. But I'm going to show you a free tool as well. Okay. So now, you know, I'm going to simply say, okay, like, let me just probably put up the first one, the gray minimalistic version of it. Okay. I'm going to say, use the first version. And can you put content together and give me a PPT in Canva, right? So then, let's hope it can, I'm not sure, if we can do that or not. So yeah, so obviously it gave me a proposed structure, title, introduction, common types of cyber threats. They charge approximately, $20, about 1,800 bucks a month. That's not too much. So no, Canva is all open source. Technically, there'll be no copyright issue. Okay. So now it's done it. I'm going to say yes, populate in Canva and give me the PPT. And give me the presentation. So now, it's going to use Canva, take this content together, put it in the presentation, and give it to me. And then I can use this. Okay. And it'll give me a link after that. How cool is that? Right? So now basically, you can actually start using Canva and and then actually it can give the entire content to you in no time. So there's no the Canva paid plugin. I mean, you just have to pay to ChatGPT. The rest of plugins are a part of ChatGPT itself. You don't have to pay Canva separately for it, to be very honest. Okay. So now it can actually do that, unfortunately, saying, because I think they're still work in progress. But you can actually do that. So the response will be different. So basically, whenever you actually give the same prompt, your and my response will be different because ChatGPT is designed to give different responses every single time. Okay. Now there's one more tool you can use. There's a tool called Tome.app. Now all these other tools I'm going to show you, unfortunately, you cannot export them into PDFs. You have to basically use a paid version. I mean, for exporting into PDF, but it can do the job. It can make a PowerPoint presentation for you pretty fast, right? So you can simply come to this website called Tome.app, log in with your account. Okay. So once I come over here, okay, I simply say create. Give me a topic. That you basically want to make a presentation on anybody, any topic, your choice. Um, okay, let me talk about, okay, selecting an SUV car. Okay. So now when I do that, it should ask me, give me an outline of the presentation, how the presentation should be. You're going to be able to write to the SUV car, consider your needs, research options, blah, 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 blah. I say continue. Okay. And then, it's going to basically make a stuff for me. And then it'll actually make a presentation for me extremely, extremely quick. Okay. So here we go. You see, it put an image, put the data in. So suppose if I just click on share button, if I share this link with you, you can also see the same presentation that I see, and you can actually do that. So I've used Slide GPT. I think Tome is much better app as compared to any other app which I've seen so far. Okay. So you see, it's the introduction. Why choose an SUV? Consider your needs, research your options, test and try, evaluate, conclusion. Right? It basically like puts an entire thing together for you. And best thing is everything is editable. I can simply edit everything. I can take double click, change stuff, change my content. So it's still very basic in presentation format, but yeah, it's free. You can use it for yourself. You can do that. Then you can also use one more app. It's called Gamma AI. Okay. With Gamma AI, I think you will be able to export it. You'll be able to export it, in your desired PDF format. Okay. It's again a very good AI tool. And even it can make presentations for you. So just in case people want to make presentations for free of cost without having any integration, you can do that as well. So there's a limit in prompting in both free and paid version, so far. Okay. In both the cases, there's a limit. But in the paid version, what happens is, you technically can, uh, you have more options of exporting in a PDF file and all. It's about $10, I believe, is what they charge you every month for this one. Okay. So suppose I want to put a topic together. Let me just put a topic saying that, you know, um, just take if I just say, okay, types of software testing. So now once I do that, I'm gonna it's a limit of 400 credits. Okay. It's gonna give me an outline. And once I'm happy with the outline, I just simply say, okay, continue. And then, it's going to basically give me a theme, some very interesting color scheme. Okay. I simply say, okay, let me just probably make this, uh, theme a little better. I'm going to say simply say surprise me, right? Let me just ask them to pick up a theme for me. Continue. Right. So now it simply just puts the entire thing together. Types of testing, Mahesh Motwani, testing, developers role, testing process benefits, integration testing, definitely put the 1, 2, 3, 4, system testing. Isn't this like, wow? I mean, how cool is that? I'm just sitting, relaxing, somebody else doing my PPT work. I mean, isn't this like super duper cool? Right. So Gamma was one of the best tools that I've seen so far in basically making presentation till now. Okay. And it just makes life so easy. Correct. And once I'm happy with this, again, I can just simply share this PPT with anybody that I want. And I can actually export this also to my PDF or PowerPoint version as well. And yeah, I mean, it's free. Yeah. It's free, half free, half paid. Right? Yes, you can edit it. You can edit the PPT and all. You can do all that stuff like what you do in Tone. So yeah, you double click, change stuff, double click, change the image, everything is there. Yes, you can do that, Siva. But then what you prompted initially, it will just put everything together from that particular perspective. And later on, you can just do it by yourself. Did you guys find this to be super duper cool and time saving? Look at this. Software testing, challenges in software testing, benefits of software testing, regression testing, acceptance testing, right? System testing, integration testing, unit testing. My God. If I would have researched and I put together, I would have taken ages to me. But yeah, but the only software the backend are powered by ChatGPT. But I can do that. Can I mail by using some key points, some keywords? Yes, I can do that. So for mails, you shouldn't use this. For mails, you should be actually using ChatGPT itself, right? So I can use ChatGPT for writing an email for myself. Okay. But I hope this was super duper amazing. Okay. Now, so we just saw the first type of prompt, which is called zero shot prompting, right? How many guys over here are still now learning something new? You're learning something interesting. You actually are enjoying this. Give me a quick enjoy in case you are loving this so far. Okay, guys. So currently, we are halfway through. So what we'll do is we'll quickly take like a, we'll actually take like a quick 10-minute break right now. So, we are at 4:35. Let's take a 10-minute break. We're going to have some tea, coffee, and come back. After you come back from break, I'm going to show you some very advanced prompting. How do you prompt it to do better for you? Okay. Let's do a quick 10-minute break till now. Let's come back at 4:45. And in the meanwhile, if you're enjoying this workshop, please go out there and tag, Ed Force on LinkedIn, tag me on LinkedIn, right? And talk about what you're learning in the session so far. That's the first thing you should be doing. Okay. Second thing is you guys can actually also go out there and leave a Google review, on the Ed Force's Google review page. Okay. And you can basically simply do that as well. So quickly just go to LinkedIn, write about experience, write about how you guys are feeling so far, write about what you learned till now, tag me, tag at Force, and tag at Talks as well. Go to Google review about session so far. Okay. So we'll take a quick 10-minute break. We'll come back after this break. Okay. A chatbot over here. So I'm going to simply come to my chat GPT. I'm going to say, I will be pasting a job description. I want you to be trained in understanding the job role and the exact requirement. Post which I will keep pasting candidate's resume. You give me a tabular analysis whether they possess a skill for the job and give me a score from 1 to 5. Understood? This is what I call is pre-training my chat GPT. Right? So if you understand my command, if you first after job description, I'm going to say below is the job description. After I paste this, don't type anything. Wait for my entry of resume and then give me analysis of a resume with respect to my job description. So now I simply pasted the entire resume. It's thank you so much. And it's also understanding job requirement, understanding skills required for this. And it's basically just putting everything together for its own usage. Okay. And it also telling what qualifications required, etc., etc., etc. Everything is perfect. Now, what I'm going to simply then come and I'm going to use my own resume. I'm going to simply just go to my profile over here. This is my profile. I will simply just copy this, come back over here, paste it. Now it understands. It's going to give me a score, whether I'm perfectly fitting for all of these things or not. What skills I don't have. I don't have account marketing. I don't have email marketing skill sets. It's going to give me score. This is that. It was many skills. Additionally, European market is not mentioned in resume. One is an MBA from Tier 1 B school. He seems to have some background and you should do this. How much of you guys over here are mind blown with this right now? Give me a MB, a mind blown on the chat box. That chat GPT has not been used before like this, right? I just converted chat GPT into, you know, a resume thing. I just copied and pasted it from my own document. That's it. And then I can simply just copy and paste multiple resumes. For every resume is going to give me a output. Similarly, I can do the opposite. I can just say, I'm going to give you my resume, and after which tell you which job I'm applying for. Can you help me with understanding what skill I possess and what is missing? Else, of course, I can do that. I'm going to say, this is my resume. Okay. Here's my resume. And then I'm going to simply say, let me take a new job this time. I'll go to my jobs. Let me go to this job, Clarent Technologies. Simply just copy this entire thing. Copy this. Copy this. Okay. Come back to a chat GPT. I'm going to say below is the job description. And give me a tabular analysis of skills I possess. And then it will then give me a tabular analysis of whether I possess or don't possess on it. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I mean, even if it's a spelling mistake, don't worry about it. ChatGPT takes care of it. But the idea is I just want to show you that what is ChatGPT capable of? Okay. So, we all have been using ChatGPT, but we never use ChatGPT like this the way I am showing you right now. So you can start building your own stuff. You can start building your own bots and actually, make things a little different. Pretty useful, everybody? Yeah. And do you think now this is actually going to help you, to kind of do that? Okay. So let me just probably show you one more time. Okay, what I just did right now. So let me just load this thing. So what I did first, I give it a proper instruction. See, everything is about your prompting skills. Everything is about your instruction skills. So I give it instruction that I will be pasting a job description, and I wanted to be trained and understand what's the job role. So if I'm an HR, what I want somebody to know what's job role, right? And ChatGPT is smart. It can understand the data pretty well, right? Post which I'll keep pasting candidates' resume. So I'm going to keep on pasting different people's resume, and then give me a tabular analysis and help me whether they possess skill or not. Okay, and give me a score from 1 to 5. That's it. Very simple instruction. What's the first thing I did? I first took a JD from LinkedIn, pasted it over here, right? As it is. I don't even format it properly. No, nothing. ChatGPT is smart. It can pick up things, from here automatically. So it understood the requirement. It summarized the requirement for me. What skill set they want, what they think want, etc., etc., etc. Then I said, okay, this is a candidate. Okay, this is the resume of the person. So I put my resume, Mitesh Motwani. Okay, I simply put my entire resume over here. I'm going to put my resume. Okay, then basically it understood my resume, understood job description, figure out the skill set, and tell me whether I had a skill set or not. No, but though I know email marketing, but email marketing doesn't reflect in my in my resume. I feel it's a very small skill to put it, but the skill is important. So I should put that in my CV, right? Competitive intelligence. I don't have any competitive intelligence put up in my resume. I should put that. That's a good role. I don't have PR put up on my resume. I have experience in PR, but I haven't put that as well. Right? So I exactly know that where I'm lacking and what the recruiter is looking for. Right? And recruiter can see it. Where the candidate is lacking. Okay. And what can basically do. So this is how you use with simple instructions. You can simply start doing that. From a job seeker perspective, you can do the same thing for yourself, Shruti. You just see whether the resume contains those things that the recruiter is looking for. Without looking for it, you have to put it. If you have the experience, put it. You don't have the experience, don't put it in that scenario. Okay? All right. Nagendra, can ChatGPT help us giving glorious self-appraisal even if the form is portrait? Well, it can write text for you. Yes, it can do that. Yeah, but the thing is that will not help you. No? Self-appraisal basically is, for somebody else to talk about how good you are. Correct. So, so yeah, this is not. It's not a plugin. I'm using a free version of ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. Can you share the link, this link with us? Okay. So then let me just do that. Okay. So here we go. This is the link for all of you. You can try to use this for yourselves. Pretty cool, everybody. So you've seen enough. You've seen basically about ChatGPT, how to use it a little differently, right? And let me take you through some other AI tools typically. Okay. Lakshmi Narayan, what if you have multiple candidates against single position? Can ChatGPT provide answers? Yes. That's what I did right now, Lakshmi Narayan. So you have to paste resume one by one. You cannot paste all five resumes and ask it to do it for you. Okay. Um, you know, but you can just simply like keep on like doing it, just pasting it. That's about it. Can do that. Can I generate my resume based on JD? Well, yes, you can do that, Arun. Okay. So let me just show you. Let's take, for example, it has my job description. Suppose say, can you tweak my resume? Match it with the job description. And then, it can actually understand the job description. And, it'll actually make the entire resume for me automatically. Right. Right. So it is just to be prompted, nothing else. Okay. Okay. So can I get a generate my resume based on the GD? I already told you that. Okay. Cool. All right. What if multiple candidates? I'm sure you answer that question as well. All right. Cool. Okay. So I hope you found this to be very interesting, everybody. Yeah. Was it helpful to everyone? Was it value addition to them? What you've been using ChatGPT so far? Right. So it's not the tool, as I told you. It's about how you use the tool. That's what really matters. Okay. Let me now go a little further. Okay. And let me just in fact show you some other AI tools. Right. So there are more AI tools in the market which actually do like pretty cool job. Okay. One of my personal favorite AI tools currently is this website called Stable Diffusion. Okay. So this is Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion can help you create your images, text for presentations, files, etc., etc., etc. It's a very cool tool actually. Okay. And let me show you how does it really work. So suppose I come and just simply say, can you help me with a realistic product photo shoot for an organic skincare brand? With actual surroundings. Okay. And suppose if I just say cinematic default is my style, this will generate. And then, it's going to use my text understand what I want, and basis that, now it'll actually generate an image for me. It'll take a little bit of time. It'll take approximately 48 seconds, approximately a minute or so. Let's give it a minute or so. Okay. And this is a very interesting tool. It's basically what we call as stable diffusion. Stable diffusion was the technology which is basically the first technology to do text to image. Right. So I can put in my text prompt. Based on my text prompt, it can actually make a image for me. Right. And it does a pretty decent job. Let me tell you that. Okay. It's pretty cool. So let's just make that for me right now. Okay, text to video is possible. I showed text to video to you already, Santosh. You can use a ChatGPT plugin called Refresh.ai, and Refresh.ai can do a text to video for you, right? It can make a human avatar, build a video for you, and do that. To see, look at this. Look at the image. Look at the quality. Look at the way it's done, right? Pretty. I mean, do you find this to be like very realistic, everybody? Yeah. So, it's actually quite amazing. I mean, I'm always blown, when I kind of see things like this. Now let me just, I can also use styles like advertising, for example. I want to make it advertising based. Let's see. We actually build advertising for me or not. So so the thing is, people made cartoon characters. They basically made multiple stuff using AI. It's free. Yeah, what I'm showing is free. Nothing I'm showing you basically is paid for right now. Can graphs of characteristics? Well, no, it can't make graphs for you as of now, Shravan. um, you know, for building graphs and all, you need to essentially, you know, have a lot of data with you. And ChatGPT is a text-to-text model. It is not a text-to-image model. So basically, ChatGPT cannot typically build images for you. Okay. But yeah, it can actually. I mean, there are other AI tools for that. So everything today basically has one of the other AI tools. See, AI is evolving in the text to video space, text to image. Text to image is pretty advanced as of now, I would say. But it is getting evolving in in the video, graphs, charts. But I won't be surprised very soon they start doing that. Look at this from an advertising perspective. It should just start like doing some very, very amazing stuff. So so I mean, it's just matter of time. You start seeing AI doing very amazing. Some time back, AI actually was not even able to make proper images. It was making very basic, boring images. But now, AI has come to a point where actually it actually is doing pretty cool. Okay. And people have made some of the most amazing visuals. So just to give you some example, yeah, let me just make it ads. See, people have made these kind of images. Okay. Using AI. All these are AI generated images. Now, suppose you want to see like how they made this particular image, you can actually go and see the prompt for it. You can actually see what kind of prompt they used, what kind of things they have used. So some images are very good, some images are very bad. But suppose you want cartoonic images, you can do that as well. Suppose you want cartoons, you want 3D images, you want portraits, you can do that as well. We have a plugin tool to edit raw images from DSLR. So you can use Adobe Firefly. Adobe already has that around, so you might want to use Adobe Firefly for that. And it can actually do that for you. No, there's a limit to ChatGPT. ChatGPT has no limitation in terms of you putting MCQs or putting questions or making it, right? I mean, it technically can do a lot of things as of now. Right. So, it doesn't have any limitation in that, to be very honest. Okay. Now, I'm going to show one last thing, and then basically I'll open the floor for question answers. Just to give you a perspective, how many guys over here are data geeks? You're in data science, data analytics background. Give me a data on chat box. data background, data analysis. Okay. Okay. Amazing. I just use data for data a lot. So now I'm going to show you something which will be a little frightening, little threatening for all of you, maybe, you know. But I'm going to show you the capability of how AI actually is changing stuff. So there's a tab called Advanced Data Analysis on ChatGPT. It's a feature which is a paid feature again, not a free feature though. And I can simply upload data over here. I can simply like just press the plus sign, and I can simply upload the data. So now I can simply just come over here. Let me just upload dummy data on ChatGPT right now. Just to give a perspective of what the data can do. This data basically, can actually show you very interesting stuff. So when I open up this data set, you see it contains order quantity, order number, price analysis, customer name, etc., etc., etc. It gives a very interesting mix. The data is pretty big. It's got approximately 1,500 entries till now. It's a huge data set that I'm using right now. Okay, simple dummy data that I'm using right now. So I just simply say, can you give me a comprehensive data analysis on this and share business insights? That's it. Just one line prompt. Now, what will ChatGPT do? It will start reading data. It will start understanding the Excel sheet. Okay. And once I basically do this, it's going to read the data, and it's going to tell me exactly what each of the data self contains. Now, once it does that, it's going to tell me what should it perform. So it's going to perform a descriptive statistics, time analysis, product analysis, customer analysis, right? And then, no, it's not in the free version. It's only the paid version. So I'm going to say yes, proceed. And now it will read the data. It will now do the entire analysis and give it to me in 1 minute. So probably for which I was going to take the entire day. ChatGPT uses Python, and they actually perform the data analysis for me. So it was average, minimum, maximum, price, average, minimum, maximum, sales, again, minimum, maximum. Then move to time analysis over here. You see now, it actually made the entire chart for me. It will give me monthly sales trends, quarterly sales trends, yearly sales trends. Then it will do product analysis for me. Yeah, it can do that also for me. You can put Excel sheet data, tell him what the error is. I mean, if you explain, like where you see the error is, and it'll just analyze and give it to you. So now it's going to give me which product is the best, what's the distribution, how the distribution is looking like, which product is selling the most, not selling the most. Yes, Lija can do that, but problem is that if your data set is too large, like my data set is 1,500 rows, that you can do in the free version. Okay. How do you attach Excel? So basically, for me, I'm using a paid version. In the paid version, there's a tab called Advanced Data Analysis. Once it does that, you can simply use a plus sign and you can actually upload an Excel sheet automatically over here. Yeah. It's only in the paid version, not in the free version. Okay, so Shobhagya, can it create Tableau? No, it can't create Tableau for you. Okay. It can basically, it can just make charts within Python for you. For Tableau, you have to read the data in Tableau and you have to perform analysis in that. So you want the paid version for me, simply go to the settings over here on the left-hand side bottom. You have to simply go to the option called, settings in beta, and then go to this thing called beta features. Enable these two things, plugins and advanced data analysis tab. Once you enable these two features, then simply go to ChatGPT 4, go to data analysis, and you can start uploading data over there. So you have to enable it. It's not enabled by default, unfortunately. Okay. So now you see it actually gave me an entire analysis of my top customers, top products, tell me what's my sales monthly trend, quarterly trend, yearly trend, etc., etc., etc. How cool is that? Give me a quick cool on chat box. It is totally now, totally like mind blown, and you're totally like wondering that like this is next level stuff, you know. So then in case basically if I want to do some statistical description analysis, I want to do some k-means analysis, clustering analysis, regression model behavior, ANOVA behavior, right? I can do everything. But even if I share this chat window with you, I'm not sure charts will come or not because they normally, you see, you will be able to download images or files from here. So you cannot see this when I share the chat windows with you. You can just see the way I prompted it. That's about it. You can see the data. That's not allowed. Okay. Okay. So this is basically like, some interesting stuff I had from a chat GPT perspective. Now I have about 15-20 minutes with all of you. I can probably take some question answers, some doubts, in case you have for me. More than happy to help you out with any specific questions that you have.
Certainly. I found this question very interesting. I would like to point this to you in case it has
No.
not been addressed. Someone said that Prakash Bhanu said, I just searched an image which is generated by this AI and I found the exact match on the website. Is
Hmm.
this actually referring the image from the web or is changing this?
No, so I think it changes it. See, what happens sometimes is maybe the image that you're seeing on the web is actually an AI-based image only. Somebody must have put an AI-based image. So what happens, they only have similar inferences right now. Image is still evolving space at this point in time. But then, see, ultimately, the model is trained from the image on the web itself, right? So the model recreates images for itself. If you notice, when I use the Stable Diffusion playground, it was not able to put text in the image because currently the tools are not designed to give text in the image. They can just basically build an image. But every single time the AI tool will generate image on its own. It's a self-generated image. And it is not going to basically take an image from the internet and just push it out for you.
Okay.
That this tool doesn't work that way. The
One
inference
question which I read
also
somewhere,
make
and
sense.
sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
Yes, the tool will automatically create images, on its own every single time. So maybe they can be similar. They can be similar images, but they can't be a same image for sure.
Okay. One of the questions which I had was, I personally observed that the labels had something gibberish written in them.
Yeah,
Can it
correct.
be customized to that level that we can have our own label?
You can't. So then you have to take out. That's the thing. The image text to image tool today can't use text inside the image. So you have to take out that image. Maybe use a Photoshop. Maybe use some Adobe Firefly tool to edit the text inside that
Okay.
because they're not designed to give you text inside the image.
My last question about the same image thing would be, can I create a Diwali post with a logo of, say, Times Pro and create
No, you can't. No, you can't. So you can't put your logos inside it. You can probably create an image, then you can export the image to Canva, then you can put your image on it, and then you can put a logo on it. But
great,
you technically cannot do that within the text to image tool.
great. Any other questions?
Okay, so I saw a question from Kingshuk. Does it say, I found negative prompt nowadays, a lot of various diffusion models. Is it really helpful? Yes, it is helpful. See, because negative prompts, why negative prompts used for? Let's take for example that, I want to generate a human image. But sometimes what happens is I don't want spectacles in the image. Now they must have put spectacles in the image. So I can use negative prompt to avoid them putting spectacles. Sometimes they put 6 fingers, 7 fingers. Sometimes they distort your faces. So negative prompts are used to tell what not to do. Suppose I can say no distorting of face, no three eyes, no two noses, So, you can describe what you don't want in the image. And then the AI model will ensure that you don't have that in the image. That's a negative prompting. Okay. I got a question from Anusuya. She thinks, can AI tools help in hardware product design? Well, yes, it can do that. So, you can't use Stable Diffusion for that. So you can use a tool called Midjourney. It's a paid tool. It's not a free tool though. It works in the Discord server. So you'll have to use Discord for it. Then you can install Midjourney on it. And in Midjourney, you can design future product images, 3D models, 3D images. You can do all that stuff. But that's a paid tool. It's not a free tool, unfortunately. Okay. One thing I find, okay, so one thing I found on ChatGPT that we are able to save our chats with title. Yes, you can do that. It's automatically saved. They are auto saved actually. So, so like he created video based on some script. There was an avatar based reporter. So can we put some other face in it? Well, not in the rephrase.io version. But there's a tool called Studio DIT, which is a paid tool. In that you can do it. You can put your own images. You can put your own avatars. You can do that. Nandini is saying, so can you guide down how to put apps, add apps on ChatGPT? Unable to do that. Okay. So if you really want to use it for apps, you'll have to simply, just 1 second, wait. Simply just come down over here, click on this option over here. First of all, go to settings, beta feature, enable this, plugins. Once you enable the plugins, you simply go to new ChatGPT, go to GPT-4, go to plugins, and then you can go to the single plugin stores. Plugin stores. Once you go to plugin store, then you can basically type whatever app you want. Suppose I want, say, an app on design. So when I do that, see, it's going to be resume designer, graduate resume, diary, pod designs, whatever it is, right? Suppose, say, for example, I want to use Canva, I can use Canva. So whatever it is, I can simply keep on using whatever I want. Suppose I want to see new apps, I can see what are the new apps available, within ChatGPT. Suppose I want to see one of the popular ones. These are popular ones. Ask the code, ask your PDF, diagram, show me. You can make diagrams. You can make different codes, whatever you want. So so basically you can search an Expedia, some travel itinerary, whatever. Like so you can just simply do that as well. So there are multiple ways in plugins. You can simply explore that for yourself. Okay. Best mail response prompts. So, I mean, you just simply prompted, like, what is the type of email that you want? What's the tonality of the email that you want? How you basically want the email to help your audience. Correct. So, just how you instruction to a person, you instruction to a chatbot. Very simple. No rocket science over there. How to train a test data and get new test data? Well, Pratap, for that, you have to use a ChatGPT paid version. Put your test data, tell them to, recreate data in a different format. It'll give it to you. Can you check your mobile? See, you can do that. It's a Chrome-based browser, Ruby. If you just go to this browser, type chat.openai.com, put a login ID password, and then start using it. Okay. What are settings? I show you again. So I already showed you. You simply have to go to this option called, you go to your login, settings and beta features, enable plugins. Once you enable the plugin, come to ChatGPT 4, go to plugins. Then simply go back, go down to present plugin store, and then simply you can install in plugins of your choice. Okay. 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 How can we use restrict AI for not misusing and fraudulent things? It already does that, Santosh. If you ask them to make a bomb, it will not make a bomb for you. So AI has its own governing control. If you ask a negative question, it will not answer to you. Can we charge you for making HR reports from free version ChatGPT? Well, Ruby, it depends what report you want to make. You have to give your data with it. You have to give your data to it. So make a pivot table, give basic data to ChatGPT, ask it to build a report, but it's not going to make images for you. No images, no graphs, only textual based thing. It will give it to you. Okay. Is there a way to identify practical content in AI? Particular content. For instance, when a resume gets refined based on JD, how can a recruiter identify if profile is genuine? Well, you can't, unfortunately. That's a problem with AI tools right now. Well, but you can see whether the tool is written by AI or not. There's something called GPT detectors or AI detection tools. There's a tool called GPT-0, for example. You can copy paste an entire stuff over there. It will tell you whether it's written by ChatGPT or not. But sometimes they also have false positive. So there are results that are written on your own, but they start showing that it's written by an AI. So you can't really trust these tools. But there are tools which can identify AI to content for you at this point in time. Okay. Matlub Ali, is there a secure to put our data on ChatGPT? Well, your ChatGPT data remains in your logins. As you saw, when I shared data, you need data access in which ways. So you can simply say currently it's very fair, but then ChatGPT team can read the data out and they can use the data if they want to. But they don't give it to public. Okay. If you're so concerned about data, don't use ChatGPT. Maybe you want to build your own ChatGPT within a company using Azure OpenAI source. That's expensive, but you have to do with it. Okay. Thank you so much, Mithun. Rahul, home to send screenshot, so maybe Ashutosh can answer that. Can you please attach an Excel for analysis and show? I did that for me, right? So, I mean, it's very simple. Once you come to your advanced data analysis, you simply come to ChatGPT 4 Advanced Data Analysis tab, right? Click on the plus sign over here, and you can actually upload your Excel data. So you can simply I have a dummy data right now. Upload the data, and then ask a question. Suppose I say make a time series chart on sale of car, right? So now it'll just read the data, it'll understand that, and then it's going to give me a chart basis that. So you can use it for making a chart, doing analysis, doing data analysis for yourself, etc., etc., etc. Right? But you have to have the paid version for it, not the free version. Okay. Okay. If only using to create content, can you use ChatGPT 4? Yes, you can use it because ChatGPT 4's language is better. They basically are a better content generation as compared to anybody else. Okay. Is there a regulatory body or standard organization that's formed to standard to prevent negative use of AI? Well, yes. There are plenty of them in the market right now. AI for good. Even ChatGPT has its own council, but currently it's in a very preliminary stage right now. But yeah, you can do that. Can I convert a legacy code, say from Fortran to C++ by giving snippet of codes? Well, you can, I think. I'm not a coder, but is this a common link between both of them? You can, I guess so. Please add here the names of free AI tools you've shown. I'll do that towards the end, Apurva. Okay. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Neeraj. Marketing question. Will Google crawler identify ChatGPT data and so it can work on negative SEO? No, not really. So Google already said that in a statement that it doesn't matter if the content is written by AI or written by human. If the content is helpful, it's going to rank it any which ways. Right. I can give you my own example. So today when you go to Google, type over here ChatGPT trainer, for example. I currently rank on Google searches. I'm on number one position right now. That's how many companies find me, right? So what typically happens is this entire content is written by AI. My entire page is written by AI. Okay. So I'm ranking on it. I think you can rank it too. Okay. So if we can use ChatGPT code snippets, wouldn't it be caught as under plagiarism? I don't think so. Because plagiarism detectors detect content written on the internet, right? ChatGPT is designed to give non-plagiarized content. So it doesn't really plagiarize the content for you. But it can be detected by AI content writers. So AI has a particular way of writing. They have a particular style of writing. The detection tools can understand that, and they can figure out whether it's going to be written by AI or not. Okay. Bing, who has GPT-4, can analyze Excel data? No, it can't. Okay, because that is the addition which is called advanced data analysis. It's only available in the paid version of ChatGPT, not in the free version in any software so far. And no software can do that apart from ChatGPT. How can we start learning generative AI from technical perspective? Any resources? Well, YouTube is the best resource. Okay, you can join our programs. You can talk to EdForce. They can organize some workshop for you if you want. Okay. Mayank, I have got some people bypass GPT by twisting the words or requesting for Access Window 10 Pro the keys. Well, I mean, that must be a flaw in the Microsoft Windows. The way they generate, they must be using a particular algorithm or way to generate Windows 10 Pro key, to be very honest. Okay. So that's how it is. So that's how. Okay. Okay.
I think that covers most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So I hope this was quite fun for everybody. Right. So yeah, over to you.
Yeah. So to all the participants out there, I'm sure you have understood what ED Talks are. ED Talks are creating awareness for IT. Uh, your L&D managers can get in touch with us and we can help you get the best trainings and best webinars aligned. Do leave the feedback. We will get in touch with your L&D team, training team if required. Our upcoming ED Talk for next month is on AWS, Introduction to Cloud and AWS by our Amazon authorized trainer, AWS authorized trainer, Amritavali. Thank you, Hitesh. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude this remarkable TED Talk, I want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to Hitesh Motwani. Your insights have been nothing short of transformative. You have generously shared the power of AI, demystified its complexities, and equipped us with invaluable knowledge, including the keys to utilizing numerous free AI tools. Your passion, dedication, and expertise have illuminated our path to a brighter and more innovative future. Thank you, Hitesh, for an incredible session filled with wisdom and inspiration.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you to all the people over here. So thank you so much for this platform and all the very best to all of you in your journey. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Please leave the Google reviews if you wish to win the Amazon voucher, instructions to follow. Apart from it, stay tuned. Bye bye. See you next time. Recording will be available for all of you.